Greetings and welcome everybody, everybody. Spyro the Night Fury here again. Well, the summer is over, fall is here, and Halloween, and you know what that means? Halloween is just right around the corner. Only, if my calculations are correct, one sec. About, 19 or 18 days by the post of this video till Halloween. I love the holidays, especially around the fall, but that's not the point of this video. The summer movies are over, fall movies are getting ready to start. Star Wars and Assassin's Creed will be coming out this year by Christmas time. And this vlog is going to be mainly the movies that I have seen all in the summer of this year, both in theaters and elsewhere. I have composed a list here. They're not exactly in order, but I did promise I'd say World of Warcraft first, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Well, from watching World of Warcraft, it was pretty good. It was basically the first game that they made back in like the 90s, I think. It was pretty good. Really good. And it's already setting up for a sequel by the looks of the end. It was really good. I liked it. I've tried World of Warcraft before. Once. Yes, once. It's not really my cup of tea. But, hey. If the second one's pretty good again, then who knows? Maybe I might get into World of Warcraft again. Anyway, from this list here. X-Men Apocalypse. Now, this is taking place after X-Men First Class, and it was pretty good, I won't lie. They introduced the character Apocalypse, like they've done in the comics before. It wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty good. His design was pretty good. There was a little reference to Return of the Jedi, because it appears it was taking place in 1983, the same year that Return of the Jedi came out, and that was the original trilogy. That's what people believed Star Wars was. Wasn't the prequels, wasn't the Clone Wars, wasn't Rebels, wasn't the Force Unleashed, none of that, because they weren't around back then. Basically, it was all three movies: New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. All in all, it was pretty good. Kind of sets up for another sequel, and for some reason, there's another Wolverine Origins. I mean, we had X-Men Origins Wolverine, we had X-Men 2 showing how the procedure was done, and they're just making Wolverine's origin just too darn confusing. I mean, heck, when I saw Deadpool, it was more simpler than that. And Wade, you're still my brother from another mother. I love you, bro. Anyway, X-Men Apocalypse, I would definitely recommend it for Marvel fans, so, yeah. But for some reason, Quicksilver never really mentioned to Magneto that he was his son. Don't know why, and there is no whereabouts to Scarlet Witch. Guess they forgot something about that. On to the list. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Out of the Shadows. Another Turtles movie by Michael Bay. Well, this is basically an homage to all the 80s Turtle fans. You got Bebop, Rocksteady, Krang, and the Technodrome. So, yeah, it wasn't that bad. Though, I do have to wonder, what would have happened if the Turtles turned human? Would the organs still be the same? Or would it be more just, well, you know, human? Anyway, TMNT 2, really good as well, though it is weird in some bits. Finding Dory. I don't know what to say about this. Finding Dory. A sequel to Finding Nemo. Really, Disney? You really needed to give us a sequel to Finding Nemo? And hey, anything to sell toys, I guess. Heaven forbid, you're all about the toys. But, it is kind of wondering, been since the first movie, like, where were Dory's parents? But, yeah, not bad. Liked it. Pretty darn funny at the end. And, yeah, at the end, the fish from the first movie that were in the bags somehow survived all their trip across the Pacific, and they just got scooped up again by people. There's like no respect for the environment. That was kind of funny. I won't lie. That was pretty funny. What else did I have in here? Kubo and the Two Strings. Very good stop motion, just like Wallace and Gromit, Paranorman, Coraline. Definitely up with those guys. that it was beautiful. And they have the biggest stop-motion character ever that they've made. It's that big, probably bigger than me if it was in real life. A really big skeleton made out of rocks or bones or something. Heck if I know. But, yeah, Kubo and the Two Strings would really recommend it if you really love ancient Japanese folklore and stop motion. So that's definitely good. Also, George Takei kind of makes a little cameo when he says, "Oh my." It was pretty funny, but I instantly recognized that. What else was on the list? Alice Through the Looking Glass. I've never read any of the Alice in Wonderland books. I've seen the first one, both the cartoon and the Tim Burton one. Kind of opposite facts, but it was good. Not much to say about that. Just another time travel movie trying to not mess with the past, I guess. Let's see. The Angry Birds movie. Okay, now, Rovio, you guys, when you first came out with Angry Birds, it was a worldwide sensation. I don't know what took you guys long enough to make the movie, but it was kind of funny. Won't lie. It was pretty darn funny. It's just really weird to see the comparison between the Angry Birds game birds and this movie's birds. Because in the game, they don't have any arms or legs. Well, except their wings. So in the movie, they have feet. And I don't know how that works. Why did you go from no legs and arms in the game, but going with arms and legs in the movie? That don't add up. But, yeah, not really that bad. I would recommend it for an Angry Birds fan. Let's see, what is it? Oh, Star Trek Beyond. 3 years into their voyage, they get attacked by an unknown group, and it was pretty good. Oh, it is still sad that the original Spock passed away. Guy was really great. Interesting fact, it was Leonard Nimoy, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, Star Trek fans, he also portrayed the voice of Sentinel Prime in Michael Bay's also successful movie, Transformers: Dark of the Moon. Now, that was a little tidbit I didn't find out until after it was released and looked online, so that was pretty interesting. Not much to say on it. It was just pretty good. Just seeing this Enterprise getting torn up and stuff, or the Yorktown or whatever it was, I was really sad. Just the stuff that was shredding reminded me of those alien ball things from Battleship. So, yeah. Pretty good. Recommended to another Trekkie, I guess. What else was on here? Oh, Suicide Squad. I've seen Suicide Squad, and I don't know if it's a sequel or a prequel to the Batman vs. Superman. I think it's a sequel, because considering that Superman's dead, from what I saw, and I gotta be honest with you guys, I freaking love Harley Quinn. I don't care if she's psychotic. She's my girl. But if it was up to me, I would freaking slap the Joker and tell him that not the Mark Hamill Joker. I respect that Joker. Any other Joker that disrespects Harley, you better treat the girl right, or else it's gold time. You hear me? It's freaking gold time. Anyway, but yeah, Harley's my girl. I've been in love with Harley Quinn since the 90s. Well, technically the 2000s, you know, when the 90s Batman cartoon was still airing around that time. The last thing, the last thing on here is a rated R movie so awesome and somewhat vulgar in certain ways. It's actually pretty brilliant for its disguise. Okay, the name of this movie is Sausage Party. Let that sink in for a second. Sausage Party. And when you see the trailer for this, you think, okay, it's a little cartoon. It's supposed to be like a kid's film. Well, I got news for you, pal. It is not a kid's film like Deadpool. It is a rated R film created by none other than Seth Rogen. The guy's a genius for this sort of thing. I swear, I was laughing every single minute of the movie when it started. Though, there were some funny bits. There was an alcoholic drink that was an Indian, an African American that was chocolate. and some weird guy that was a Twinkie. But probably the most offending thing at the very beginning was the song. And not just because it's offensive or anything, which it is. I'm not saying, but there's a freaking scene where you see, like, food from Germany that are in, like, the Heil Hitler Nazi sort of thing. And that's just like, dude, you're already going over the edge. But, oh, near the end of this movie, it is so freaking hilarious. The big battle ensues. There's one thing that apparently people call it a douche, which gives rise to the term douchebag. I have no clue. But it was really weird looking. A guy, I don't know his name, but he plays this. And it was so funny at the end. Near the end, if you have any kids nearby, you might want to cover their ears and or eyes. Are they covered? Are they covered? I can't tell. This is just a recording. Okay, if they are covered, or if you tell them to go into the other room, then just let them know that this is just a moment for the parents. If you take your kids to see this movie, they will be, I guess, somewhat mentally scarred. So, the way to put this is, there's a food orgy in this movie. Like, all the food having sex. I won't do the motions here because I don't want to get a copyright strike or anything. It's just food sex. Why? Why food sex? It was just, it was so funny. I swear to you, when that entire scene was happening, everyone in the theater that I was in with was busting their balls laughing. It was so freaking funny. But all in all, it was a pretty funny movie. Sausage Party. Wouldn't recommend it to kids, but definitely for grown-ups. I can assure you of that. But, yeah, that pretty much wraps up all the summer movies that are on my list here. Come back next time when I do a Halloween special movie sort of thing, or I'm getting ready for the holidays on Christmas. I'll be doing Assassin's Creed and the Star Wars premieres, so don't worry, I've got that covered. I know you guys might be getting a little bit tired of just this in particular, but don't worry, I'm going to have that covered. But yeah, Assassin's Creed and Star Wars Rogue One will be coming out later this year around Christmas time. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe to this channel. This is Spyro the Night Fury saying, good night everybody, and everybody.